let's go over the enrollment contract real quick, just so you understand what we need as far as the underwriting, what we need to do before we enroll them into the trust account. We need a voided check, the enrollment application, which is basically the demographics and how to get in contact with them, the authorization to settle the debt. This is the document checklist. All this needs to be completed before being accepted into the program. This basically means that we have the right to settle any debt that if a creditor offers 50% or less. So we don't need to contact your client. We can just go ahead and do that if the funds are available at that time. The debt settlement agreement, that's the legal jargon. Letter of financial hardship, again, key because we're pushing that over to the creditors. They will. That's basically the cornerstone of all the negotiation. Program verification form. It's basically more legal jargon. The list of the program debt. That's going to include all of the creditors that are on the program, and it's in PDF form, so you can fill it out on your computer, or you can just print it out and fill it in by hand and fax it in. Pre-authorization form, settlement form, income and expense worksheet. That's based off of their budget, and adhering to your savings schedule. That is where we reiterate with the client that the lifeblood of the program is saving money for settlement so we can negotiate for them. And then the unsecured creditor statements. When you get all those, please fax those in. So let's just go over here real quick. Attach voided check so that we can verify with NoteWorld when they go ahead and debit the trust account that that the balances or the bank account number, the routing number are correct. And keep in mind, your client will get a login probably 5 to 10 business days later. They ship it out the next Monday after enrollment, so then they can go ahead and monitor their own savings account via online. Again, so this is the enrollment app. Get all this information. It's all the demographics. They're going to need to sign this. This is basically a limited power of attorney where we can go ahead and talk to the creditors on their behalf. This is the legal stuff. These are the fees. And letter of financial hardship, the cornerstone of, this is basically the cornerstone of all the negotiation. Program debt. This is important. If it's the applicant or co-applicant or joint account, you need creditor name, account number, current balance, date of that balance statement, and days past due. Please include all that information. And from here, you're going to go to the pre-authorization offer 50% or less. We're good to go. If they have the savings in their trust account, we're good to settle that out. It's considered a pretty good, reasonable settlement offer from a creditor if they do that. And this is very important too, especially dealing with judgments. The cost of living. This is exactly what you would send to a judge to say, listen, they cannot take money out of my account. They cannot garnish me what they want. Typically, like in California, it's the max of 25%, because that's just cutting into my cost of living. And judges are very sympathetic to consumers, not creditors, and that wouldn't happen if we keep all this stuff documented well. Adhering to your savings account, this is important because you're going to set up a draft date each month, and for how much, and they're going to need to go ahead and sign this, and we'll go over that a little bit in the NoteWorld the NoteWorld documents. Let's go over that right now. So after they get together all the statements, they fill out the enrollment contract. You're going to sign them up on the NoteWorld Servicing Center, and this is where they'll get that login that we spoke about earlier. Their information. You will receive a personal account number so they can track it that it's your client, and they can make sure that you get paid. Bank account number, routing number, first payment date, and amount, and then first payment date. If it's a savings or checking, they do take both. So sign this privacy policy, excuse me. And then we, upon improvement with the underwriting, we send that into NoteWorld, and they get them enrolled. Now, like we said here in the enrollment fee is important. If you're going to collect $3,237.50. They're obviously going to want a receipt for that. And again, keep in mind all these documents are on our website. Let me show you where. You would click on Affiliate Resources for debtsolutionsllc.biz. You go to Forms and Docs, and then the enrollment fee receipt is simply right here. You just click on the Download Here link, and you're going to say date payment received from, we need obviously their name and amount. If it's a co-client, address, way to contact, we'll verify. And if you accepted a personal check, cashier's check, or money order. And we'll need to go ahead and sign off on this. If it's a partial payment fee schedule for the enrollment fee, typically you're going to have, most people aren't going to be able to come up with those amount of funds, living paycheck to paycheck. The max you're probably going to need to divide that up is about by six payments. And they can be, whenever you want, every 15 days, every 30 days, etc. If it's more than 6 payments, it's probably just better to enroll it into the Note World payment schedule, and they'll go ahead and make sure that you get your enrollment fee split. Total enrollment fee amount and percentage. So this is less than 9 1/4. Again, that's a max. You can make this like a 5%. So if you go back over here, 5% will basically change this to $1,750. So you can divide this up by like 500 here, 500 here, 500 here, and then 250 here. That equals 750. So just put the amount 5% here. Total enrollment is 1750, and we're going to need to sign off on that just because we have to know what's going on so that we can begin telling Note World when to go ahead and accrue savings in their account, especially if it's on Note World. So sign that in. We'll go ahead and underwrite it, make sure it's going to work on our end, and we'll get it back to you. So that brings us over here to when you're ready and you filled out all these forms, you're ready to send it in. You're going to go to the Fax Consumer Package to Us form, and this is going to be basically an overview of the program. So it's going to be from you. How many pages is it? It's going to be lengthy, especially with the credit card statements. Number of months in the program. This is key. Let's say you quoted a 36-month program. If their primary language is English, Spanish, Chinese, monthly payment. Again, you're going to get this from this Excel spreadsheet. So 36-month monthly payment is $640.56. First payment date, let's just say it's 06 of 09. And any notes, consumer likes to be called in the evenings, consumer prefers email contact, et cetera, et cetera. And just keep in mind, if you're setting this first payment date out, it needs to be more than 5 business days out from submission. And once you fax that in, you can always give us a call here. This is our fax number, and we will know what to do with it. So I would expect, you can tell your consumer they would expect upon approval to be sent a package from Note World within 5 to 10 business days with their login and password, and expect a call from us. From one of our reps, either within 48 to 72 hours